You know, Bang, it's not easy being a young guy living in Singapore. Like, why do I have to serve 2 years of NS? You know, waking up at 7 a.m., doing push-ups, laying down at 11 p.m. just so that I can go fight some mosquitoes. And also, why do I have to spend an entire year reading the math textbook so that I can learn a squared plus b squared equals to c squared? Why does the COE to own a car $100,000? How is that justified? I mean, I earn minimum wage from McDonald's. Is this the government's fault, man? Like, are they running the government from the neighborhood kopitiam?
If you want to know why government is run this way, you need to understand the underlying structure of a government. Singapore government is made of three parts: the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judiciary branch. The executive branch is like hierarchy, where the people at the top will give out instruction to the bottom, will execute their plans, which is why it is called executive branch. Can you name me some of the Singapore leaders at the top?
So we have PM Lawrence Wong and some of the ministers?
That's right. This group of the people are the one who made up the cabinet. I know what you're thinking. They are not actually inside the cabinet. Anyway, the person at the top of the cabinet is none other than Singapore Prime Minister Lawrence Wong.
Oh, right. That guy who's always on CNA talking about stuff like very seriously.
Vaping is one serious concern. We have banned it in Singapore.
Prime Minister Lawrence Wong leads the cabinet and he set the direction on climate change, housing, education, or economy. He also coordinate all the ministers and make sure that everyone is working together to solve big problems.
So Prime Minister Lawrence is like a school project leader, but the project itself is the entire country?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man.
Exactly. Each minister is in charge of each ministry, which is a department which is focused to solve a specific problem.
Oh, so Ministry of Education, I would assume that they focus on education?
Yup, Ministry of Education handle your school curriculum, training of teachers, prepare students for the N-level and O-level. Some other ministry include Ministry of Health, provides healthcare and hospital. Ministry of Transport, for transport and bus and MRT. Ministry of National Development, for housing, HDB stuff. Ministry of Finance, which manages government money and invests it. Fun fact, Lawrence Wong is also a finance minister. He has a dual role as a prime minister and a finance minister.
Ah, so there's a ministry dedicated to every problem that us Singaporeans would face, huh? Which ministry do I contact for my late Shopee parcel?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. And you're not really fine, but you just
If you want to, you can try to attend their weekly cabinet meeting, which is held every Wednesday at Istana, which is at Orchard Road, which is the main office of their cabinet meetings.
What exactly does Prime Minister Lawrence Wong and other ministers do? I mean, they're not the ones that are building our HDBs, are they?
Okay, that's correct. The main job of the cabinet is to design policy. And how the policy works, they are based on three criteria. So, the what problem to solve, and why we must solve it, and how are we going to solve it. If all the minister and the Prime Minister Lawrence Wong accept it, so the policy will put into action. For example, the 3-generation flat policy. The Ministry of National Development actually built a special BTO flat with extra bedroom and bathrooms just for extended families. Policy goal is to encourage family support, so grandparents will help with the kids. Parents can take care of the aging grandparents.
Wait, hang on, Bang. How can I sleep at night if I have a Taoist grandpa chanting at 5 a.m. in the morning and at the same time have a younger sister screaming at 11 p.m. at night? Are you sure this is a good policy?
There's nothing wrong with the policy, just need a better earplug.
You know, Bang, one thing that always confuses me is what's the difference between Prime Minister and President in Singapore? In countries like the United States, President is the one that rules. But so far it seems that only Lawrence Wong and Goh are ruling the country. So what exactly does President Taman do?
President Taman's main job is to protect National Reserve. The National Reserve are the asset and the money that was slowly saved by the government for emergency and crisis. But sometimes the government may still take some money from the National Reserve. So for example, if eventually tariff hurt the Singapore economy, they have to take some money from the reserve.
So does the money belong to President Taman? What I mean is, if it's a hot sunny day, can he go outside to, buy himself a chendol to cool down?
No. He's the gatekeeper of the money. He himself cannot spend it. If he's allowed to withdraw $5, who say he cannot withdraw 5 million or don't know what?
But let me ask you a question that I've been wondering for a while. The role of the Singaporean Prime Minister and the other ministers is mainly to produce policies, which are sort of like rules that solves a problem. But here's the weird thing. Who exactly implements the policies?
The people that implement are the people that are hired by the government. This includes civil servant, uniform services, and statutory board. One example of civil servant is your geography teacher from your MOE school. Not to be confused with the tuition teacher. 这样的情况的话，就是表示从开始这边可以是这样。One example of uniform service would be like SCDF firemen. They are called uniform services because they wear uniform. So remember how I say, each ministry, they are smaller agency to do the work. These are called statutory board.
Skateboard.
No, not skateboard. These are public agencies set up by law to focus on specific job. For example, HDB, Housing Development Board, builds and manages the flat that most Singaporeans live in.
If my ceiling is leaking, I blame the HDB, not the government?
That's correct. There's also another one, which is called LTA, Land Transport Authority. They build MRT lines, manage routes, and plan traffic rules.
Wait, don't forget the ERP charges. You would think that after the COEs, they would be less greedy, but no.
Next up, National Environmental Agency, which keeps Singapore clean, manages waste, and fight dengue. And the last statutory board is called the National Park. Manages all the trees, gardens, and green spaces.
Well, I guess if they're keeping my city clean, I'm fine with my GST going to them.